Markle and Prince Harry make a special request in honor of Archie's second birthday. We cannot think of a more resonant way to honor our son's birthday, the Duke and Duchess said. We have been deeply touched over the past 2 years to feel the warmth and support of our family in honor of Archie's birthday. Meghan and Harry wrote, "Many of you donate to charities on his behalf and mark the occasion by giving back or doing acts of service. All through the goodness of your hearts, you raise funds for those who need it the most and continue to do so organically and selflessly. We remain incredibly grateful." They continue that the world still struggles to overcome the COVID-19 pandemic and said we will not be able to truly recover until everyone everywhere has equal access to the vaccine. We cannot think of a more resonant way to honor our son's birthday, they said. If we all show up with compassion for those we both know and don't know, we can have a profound impact. Even a small contribution can have a ripple effect. Together we can uplift, protect, and care for one another. Well, they're not the only ones making this request. Now, surely there's going to be a lot of criticism. Why are they saying this? Who do they think they are? And you know who the usual suspects are, so I won't waste your time by naming names. But a couple of them have been sued. And somebody's, okay, I won't go there. It's Archie's birthday. But as I said, they're not the only ones making this request. The Biden administration announced Wednesday that it supports waiving intellectual property protection for the COVID-19 vaccine as countries continue to manufacture the life-saving doses. This is a global health crisis, and the extraordinary circumstances of the COVID-19 pandemic call for extraordinary measures. The administration believes strongly in the intellectual property protections, but in service of ending this pandemic, supports the waiving of those protections for COVID-19 vaccines. The United States Trade Representative Catherine Tai wrote in a statement. There's a history to that type of waiving of a patent. As a matter of fact, you guys may be familiar with the polio vaccine. We don't think about it as much because that is a epidemic that actually made life very difficult for a lot of children and even adults like Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Roosevelt went for a swim and he took a bit of a fever. He had flu-like symptoms. And he was an adult, and when he tried to get out of bed, he realized he could not walk. He was paralyzed. Imagine the tragedy. So, Dr. Jonas Salk, that name may also be familiar, and if it's not, I'll tell you. Jonas Salk was the guy who actually created a vaccine right here in the United States. Now, there were other people working on vaccines, but Salk was the one who helped us here in the United States. And if I remember, I think his vaccine was a little bit better than the other ones, a lot better than the other ones. Anyway, I'm going to read something to you here. It says, "Young man, a great tragedy has befallen you. You've lost your anonymity," the television personality Ed Murrow said to Salk shortly after the onslaught of media attention. When Murray asked him, "Who owns the patent?" Salk replied, "Well, I would say the people. There is no patent. Could you patent the sun? The vaccine is calculated to be worth $7 billion had it been patented. However, lawyers from the National Foundation from Infantile Paralysis did look into the possibility of a patent, but ultimately determined that the vaccine was not patentable was not a patentable invention because of the prior art, So, in other words, there were other people that were working on the polio vaccine. The version that Dr. Jonas Salk created, he decided that even though he used a lot of his own money and resources to create this vaccine, he would waive any idea of making money. He decided to forego any profits from it for the greater good of humanity. So I think that I know that what the Duke and Duchess of Sussex is asking for is going to be controversial, or as they say in the UK, it may cause controversy. But sometimes you have to do something for the greater good. And this is a way of, the healthcare system. For those of you who have not been vaccinated, do it, because it's not just for yourself. If we have a run for the hospitals all over this country, like they had in New York, or like they had in Italy, or like the one they are having in India, or even Brazil, it can cause our medical system to collapse. And we don't want that to happen. So this virus is changing and evolving. There are new variants. Go and get vaccinated. If you haven't done it, do it. I've had my 2 shots. The only thing I could say is I slept a lot the first time, and I slept a lot the second time. I slept a little bit more than I would have without having the vaccine. And that only lasts for 1 day, for just 1 day. I don't usually take a nap throughout the day. I took a couple naps on both occasions. And some people don't even experience that. So do it. Please, for other people in your lives, do it. Okay, so that's it. I'm out of here. I tried to get this under 5 minutes, darn it, and it did not work. Please like, share, contribute, support, everything else. I'm talking fast. I'm trying to get out of here. Have a great day. Happy birthday to Archie Mountbatten Windsor. Your parents are superstars, and I love them both, okay? And I love you guys. Thank you.